Join us on today's episode of French Dish with Summer and Christy as we take you behind the scenes into the professional kitchen of yet another longtime culinary friend, Damien Garanger. We'll also talk with Damien about his passion for culinary arts, how he got into cooking, and to top it all off, once we're finished preparing our recipe, we're going to head to his family home into his historical wine cellar, accompanied by two spectacular wines from the region, a sparkling white wine followed by a semi-dry. We'll also continue our conversation with Damien in his historical wine cellar. Don't miss out. Stick around with us till the end.
We booked the restaurant with my sister and brother-in-law in 2005, and we are very happy here. And me and the chef. My sister
Daphne,
yes, working at the reception and for hotel customer. And my brother-in-law is a manager, yes, in the dining room. And we love the wine in the family, and we like to enjoy nice degustation with customer. And it's a good pleasure to welcome you today for a recipe.
Oh, thank you, Damien. So, as you see, we're here with Damien Garanger, and we're going to cook a recipe.
Yes, maybe something cold.
Yeah.
Salmon.
Ooh,
Like a crab-legs, marinated with orange, smoked salt, and let's see for something special for Garanger.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's get cooking.
Bon, on fait un petit saumon, un peu froid.
Yeah.
Après, vous coupez, vous faites mieux.
Oui, c'est ça.
On fait un peu froid, on fait un saumon.
Yeah.
Parce que si on fait un truc chaud, il va falloir qu'on aille là-bas. La
Yeah.
pâtisserie,
Après, on peut changer un peu l'endroit. Well, welcome everybody. We're here at Le Medici restaurant with friend and fabulous chef, Damien Garanger, who's going to share his passion for cuisine with us. And it's also, well, as you can see by the tabby here, the, oh my God, how do you call it in English?
Apron.
When I come with my guests here to do cooking class, everybody gets an apron and we get down and dirty together. So today with French Dish, here with Summer and myself, Christy, and Damien's going to tell us all about his passion for cooking.
Yes.
And I think we're going to learn how to make something special. What are you going to teach us today?
Yes, I want to make for you today salmon marinated, cold starter, because I like, usually people prefer now to eat the salmon raw, not cooked. It's why now in the restaurant I prefer to use the recipe to prepare the salmon, like in tartare, like in carpaccio, or something like a little bit different, a little bit marinated, because I will put some orange salt, sea salt from Garanger in Atlantic coast in France, and a little bit of smoked salt. And yes, you can keep 3 or 4 days. The salt start to cook a little bit the salmon, and they change the taste and the flavor with the orange, the agrumes, is the citrus is totally different.
Ooh,
For me, it's better than it's different than the tartare and carpaccio.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so this has been marinated a little bit already with
Yes,
the salt.
yes,
and-
yes. It's
Okay.
2 days now with all the ingredients, and you can slice in different way.
Look at that. It looks beautiful.
And the taste is different because the texture is different. When you eat some, alright, let's go.
Yep. Okay, here it goes.
It's not quite sushi, it's been marinated. You
Yes,
cooked it
yes,
with salt
still,
and then...
yes, salt and the flavor of the citrus.
Oh my gosh, it's really.
Oh, you can
Tasty.
taste the orange.
Right?
I love it.
Oh my god, it's
Very
fabulous.
Any fans of sushi would love that too.
Oh yeah. Careful, I may steal
You can do
some.
some, yes.
Right?
Imagine you are in France, someone can bring you this kind of product, and you go in a boulangerie in French, and you ask for a baguette, and you cut the baguette into slices, and you put on a grill. You toast the bread,
Yes.
put a bit of sea salt butter,
Oh yeah, salted
put
butter.
the salmon, yes.
And just like
Oh.
that. Yeah, that's really
You are in
tasty.
France.
Yes.
You're in France.
This is the favorite meal of my daughters too. They love salmon on toast.
Yeah,
It's
salmon's
delicious.
very popular too in France.
Yeah. And so we have fennel now.
Yes, we have fennel, raw fennel.
This is so funny because when I grew up in the States, I grew up in California, and I don't think I ever tasted fennel. And when I came to France and had kids, you know when you buy those toys, the plastic toys that the babies play with, and they go shopping and they buy fruit? Only in France, one of the plastic fruits was a fennel. And I was like, what is this? And now it's one of my most favorite things to eat. It's so...
Yes. Well, I have to say, before I came to France, I did not like salmon.
Really?
Not at all. And every time it was proposed to me when I got here, I was just like, oh, God, do I really have to eat it? But then once I took that dive and leap of faith and I tasted it, I mean, it was fabulous. And it's so common, especially because I've lived more than 20 years on the coast of Brittany, so
Lots of fish.
lots of fish, lots of crustaceans, shellfish. So yeah, it's a very popular dish across France, but especially on the coast. So yeah, I
This is
grew to
beautiful.
love salmon.
It's beetroot, red beetroot.
Red
Yes.
beetroot.
Yes, we have different kind of beetroot. We have the choja, it's a mix with the white and red inside. You have the red, famous red. You have yellow and orange.
And the orange,
Yes.
so it's not chill.
So this is
I
raw.
see.
It's a raw
Yes, it's a
beetroot.
raw one.
Okay, so you just used is that like a mandolin? Or?
It's like mandarin, but this one is special.
Okay.
It's not for vegetable. This one we buy when you want to cut some very teeny kind of cheese.
It
Oh,
always
cheese.
comes back to
Yes.
cheese in France.
And sometimes you can use also for truffle.
Oh,
The real
yes,
truffle, the black one. the mushroom.
Oh, well, that was just amazing how so you peel the outside of the
Yes,
beetroot,
and you peel.
and then you do the
Shave very. And I will do after the same with carrots.
Okay. Gorgeous. And it's so beautiful, the color, such a rich
Yes.
color.
Yeah.
Okay, so prior to this, we marinated the salmon, if I understood correctly, in salt, orange, some citrus, some lemon.
Yes, you can use orange or
Yeah, both.
lemon.
Okay. And
Usually you can use some dill also.
dill.
Yeah,
the
dill
original
is-
recipe, people use some dill.
Mhm.
But me, I prefer to use only the taste of the orange or the lemon.
Okay. It was delicious.
I think it
just
makes
as
it very unique.
I'm
Because
admiring your
it's so different.
your
Oh,
knife-
his cutting
his
skills?
knife skills.
We call it the julienne of beetroot.
Okay.
Very, very thin. Put on the cold water.
In cold water? Okay.
Yes.
And what does putting it in cold water do?
Only the water. It's to be more croquant.
Ah, make it more
Yes.
crunchy.
Crunchy. Yes.
Okay, I like that.
Alors, le lemon, le fennel.
You like to cook with fennel. I was asking about.
Oh, I cook with fennel all the time, yes. And
Wait,
also, it's nice
yeah.
to just slice it, put it with some lemon, a little
Voilà.
olive oil, and eat it raw.
Ah, wow.
It's
when
very
you, when,
tasty.
when you want
Healthy.
to be the cook, the fennel cook, for me the best way is to cook in a cream.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah.
cook in a cream. Taste, and you can make a very nice sauce with the cream, and the taste is like anise. That's
Yes, kind of a licorice
Yes.
taste. Yeah.
And of course, if slicing like this at home, please pay attention to your fingers.
Yes, yes.
Of course.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Alors, on va faire maintenant une carottes. Il faut être fort là, c'est compliqué.
Okay.
Okay, so Damien, we're going to continue with our recipe.
Yes.
Next step,
Next step, the carrot.
the carrots.
Peel.
Peeling the carrots.
And we need what, just one carrot or?
Just one carrot.
Okay.
On va faire la garniture de salade avec the fennel,
Okay.
beetroot, carrot, and spring onion. Et là, c'est
And then you're gonna slice them like this,
Yeah,
like
the
the
same.
fennel?
Like the beetroot.
Okay. Okay, bonjour. So Damien,
Yes.
how did you get into cooking? What was the passion that drove you
Yes.
to become a chef?
Like I told you, my parents, my father is chef since I think I'm born in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, I remember once you told me, was
Yes.
it your grandmother?
Yes, my grandmother. Yes, my grandmother got a restaurant on the north of the department, near Le Mans City, the famous Le Mans City, the
Yeah,
racing
you
car.
know.
Yeah.
And my father was born in this place, and when he was 18, he go to work in Paris,
Okay.
because it was in 1970, 1960, 60, 70. It was when you want to learn the French cooking, the French gastronomy, you have to go in Paris, because where you go in France, you have good restaurant, but the place to be, it was in Paris. Then my father go in Paris to work for 5 years, and after I go back in this region, in Loire, and he worked 5 years, and get married with my mom in 1970, and 3 years after, in 73, he worked at this restaurant. And me, I was born 1 year after. And,
Okay, you're
yeah,
dating
yes.
yourself.
Since I was six years, I think I was already in the kitchen. To
Oh,
wash, to
yeah.
In this kitchen.
Yes, in this kitchen.
Amazing.
But
Okay.
you learn a lot just by looking, by watching.
Watching.
Yes, by watching my
course.
father, the cook, of course.
Did you do
And you
a
learn.
école de cuisine?
Yes, I was in a lycée hôtelier of Blois, 3 years. And when I was 18, also I go to Paris to work 6 months. And after I go back here, I work in a two-star Michelin restaurant. And after I decided to go in a foreign country, I was in Caribbean, in Saint Martin. I stayed 1 year.
Yeah.
Saint Martin, yes. I was in the French on the French side. You have two sides, Dutch side and the French side. And I was in gastronomic restaurant in the French side, in Grand Case. We have a lot of lobster, it was amazing to see the
yes.
fish was fresh. The guys come from the beach and bring the fish and the lobster. And after I go to work in Cyprus, it was a new restaurant, pastry, Cyprus pastry chef. Want to open a restaurant. He already get a pastry restaurant, and now we want to buy a gastronomic. Then he bring I go and another French cook, French chef, and I stayed 1 year in Cyprus.
And how old were you when you went to Cyprus?
It was in 2002.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
So not that long ago.
Yes.
Not for our age, anyway.
It was very good. It was very good boss because he had a lot of experience in pastry. It was very interesting to talk with him about the pastry, French pastry, because he go very often in France. He makes a lot of training lesson in Le Nôtre pastry in France, one of the best pastry in France. And then I stayed 1 year in Cyprus, and I go back. I was in Nicosia, in the main city. And after I go back in France, and I go after 1 year and a half in say 16 months in Moscow.
Moscow.
Moscow,
Yes, in
wow.
Moscow, yes.
What an experience that must have been.
It was amazing to go to Moscow. The cold city.
Yes.
And sometimes also the cold person, it was difficult to work with Russian. First because nobody speaks English.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
you have to learn Russian language.
Oh, so you're up to par with your Russian?
Yes. After 6 months, After 6 months, you can read the order. You can talk with the cook.
Wow, that's
Yes.
fast.
You can read
Quick.
because it's a Cyrillic language. Then it means you cannot read further all the later. Then you have to learn the later. The mentality is totally different because the system is totally different than you can find in Europe or in America, for example. Then you have to learn, but it's difficult. Then I stay 16 months and after back in France. And when we come back with my sister and brother-in-law, we bought the restaurant.
Okay. So now it's
15 years ago. 16 years ago.
16 years ago.
16 years ago now.
So now it's you, Gregory, and Daphne running everything.
Yes.
And
We try to do the best.
And
as we can.
also, Damien has a beautiful brasserie in the center of
Yes.
Blois.
Mhm.
It was a former salon de thé, a tea
Yes.
salon. You bought it,
Yes.
renovated it.
Yes, in 2013.
2013, yes,
Mhm.
wow, that long already.
Yes, it's 7 years
Oh my
ago.
gosh.
It's,
And it's called the Annex, L'Annex. It's on the pedestrian walking street in Blois, and it's perfect like when you're at the Saturday morning market.
Yes.
Because the Saturday morning market is the big day in town. It's very busy, all the different artisans and vegetable growers. I mean, everything you can imagine at the market. And when it's finished, you can just walk down the pedestrian street to the corner and you're at the Annex. And it's a great concept
Yes.
because of the way you've structured the menu as well.
Yes, also.
It's different from the Medici.
It's really different. It's not gastronomic. Here in Medicis, it's only gastronomic restaurant. But when you are in L'Annex, you can find it's more we call bistro brasserie restaurant.
Yeah,
Yes.
traditional bistro type
Yes.
food.
Traditional food and the famous French fries, homemade.
Escargot.
Escargot, yes, and we try to find some. We work with a lot of local products, like the goat cheese, like the snail, and the fish also. And then, but the way of the kitchen, the way of the food is more. You can tell like a friendly food, or you can eat
Yeah,
some
comfort, as we say in
Voilà.
English, comfort food.
Voilà.
Yeah.
It's
very different.
décontracté, it's very relaxed comfort
Bistro.
food. And yeah, and even the ambiance is a little different, it's less formal.
Yes, and on the summertime when there is a terrace outside and people are walking around, it's very sympathetic.
Yes, it's very nice.
Sounds like a great location.
I've
too.
eaten there a lot, so I can, I can confirm I've eaten there a lot, and especially when the weather is nice. The outdoor terrace is beautiful. The welcome is fabulous. It's very
Yes.
warm and friendly. You have a selection also on your wine list
Yes.
of wonderful wines from the region
Yeah.
of the Loire, and it's a fabulous experience. And then when you want a more high-end experience, more gourmet style, you come to the Medici.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the Medici has a restaurant, it's also a hotel?
Yes, we have also an hotel, we have 10 rooms. But the main of the business is more the restaurant. We have a
Very
local,
nice,
local customer coming. It's
Okay.
I don't say it's an institution, but it's now for 48 years the restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
long
then
time.
everybody knows the Medicis. When you say the Medicis, you see the restaurant, you see the poor
Yes.
area, but first you sit at the restaurant.
Yes.
40 years ago.
48
40 years.
Fabulous.
That's a long
It's a long time already.
Yeah.
So you're putting up here some spring,
Yes, spring onions.
spring onions.
Okay, so we've got our beetroot, our fennel, our carrots, our spring onions.
And this is just regular water you
Yes,
let it-
regular.
No
No
salt?
salt, no vinegar,
Okay.
nothing.
Okay.
And I will see this crunchy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Fair presentation.
It's wonderful.
This way?
Yeah, okay.
White.
Okay, plate.
The food.
And the garniture, the decoration of the plate is extremely important.
Yes.
In French cuisine, extremely important.
So first you start with the fennel,
Carrots.
the carrots.
I didn't put anything. No vinegar, no oil. And
Yeah.
Okay.
No seasoning.
And the beets.
Color base with spring onions.
It's a nice assortment of color.
Beautiful. So far everything is raw, just the beets have been soaked in water.
Yes.
Okay.
Big onion, the wine. Usually when you make a dish, you need minimum 3 colors,
Yeah.
not only 2, 3. And here now we need the orange, the pink, the orange, the red, a little bit the white, which is the green, the white.
Uh-huh.
So you have four
It's like
colors.
an artist.
Four colors.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an
It's
artist
a rainbow
palette.
paint.
Yes.
Rainbow paint. I like that.
On va mettre alors,
Little sesame oil.
sesame oils.
Sesame oil. Okay.
And to share, it's from Damien that I learned to make goat cheese spring rolls.
Ooh.
With goat cheese fresh goat cheese
Yes.
from the region,
Yes.
with fresh vegetables like this, and then rolled in the rice paper.
Yes,
Oh.
rice
And then you
paper.
slice them in thin slices, and you have bite-sized pieces.
It's a little bit of fusion food.
Yes.
It's
Fusion food,
Asian
yes.
with European style.
Yeah, and it's so fabulous.
So this is a zest of lemon.
Zest of lemon.
Oh, I like that.
On va mettre a zest of orange.
Orange.
And you can smell the citrus.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of lemon juice.
Beautiful. And you know, I was going to go like this so I could show you, but since I tend to be melancholy,
You don't want to spill it.
I don't want to spill it on the floor.
Yeah.
And now I'm making the salmon.
Yes.
Nice.
So how many slices will you put? Like one or?
Whatever you want. You can,
Yeah.
no need to cut them teeny. I think one centimeter is enough. It's nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Feel like a cutlet.
And it just cooks like butter.
It does. And how long has it been marinated like that?
2 days.
2 days.
And you see now the salmon is shiny.
Yes.
Shiny because from the fat of the salmon.
Yeah.
Yes, with the salt, you start to cook a little bit the salmon, and now you can see the shinies from the fat. Yes.
Oh.
The salt is pulling out the
Pulling
Yes.
out the.
cheese.
Nice.
Detail is very important.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful
Oh,
presentation.
look at that. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, I'll just try maybe. I'll try not to. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's all healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy salmon, healthy veggies.
Black salmon.
Black
Black
sesame?
sesame, yeah. And it smells wonderful.
Là, on fait un peu de fachette.
Yeah.
Caramel balsamique.
Balsamic vinegar. This is the balsamic that is a bit glazed. It's a glazed
Yes,
balsamic.
little bit reduction.
A reduction, balsamic
Nice.
reduction. And of
Et on a un petit
course,
peu d'huile for the fun.
some dill. So,
Oh yeah, bravo. Beautiful.
Shiny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. And it's so
It's so
simple.
good.
So simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
For
one
the-
carrot, one just beetroot,
Uh-huh.
fennel, and salmon. That's it.
Yeah, the carrots, fennels.
it looks so good. And what would be a
Carrots, fennel, beetroot, salmon, the spring onions. What a nice spring dish.
Absolutely.
The spring is
healthy.
here. Yeah, spring is here. It's a perfect dish to have like any day, outdoors, on your patio.
Yeah. And what would be a good thing to drink with this?
Yes, if you want to drink it, yes. I think the first, it's a white wine. White
Yeah,
wine
white
and salmon,
wine.
yes. And here you are in Blois and you make 40 kilometers on following direction of Tours City.
Yeah.
You arrive in Vouvray Place.
Great. I know
yeah.
that was great.
And I think you have to find a half-dry wine, not too dry. You say secton.
Secton.
Voilà, secton.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
It's
I
not
think
quite
the perfect,
semi-dry, but
yes.
almost.
it's a perfect combination between salmon,
Salmon and
vegetables, something very fresh, and the acidity and the sweet of the Vouvray wine.
So a sectante is not quite semi-dry wine. It's just a touch sweeter than dry. Just
Yes.
a touch, not quite semi-dry.
Mm.
So we have a nice one at the winery I work with
Yes.
Château Mon Domaine. It's a Touraine Amboise, not a
Yes.
Vouvray, but it is the same grape, the Chenin Blanc.
Chenin
And
Blanc.
it's a sectante, and it's lovely, just a touch sweet, and I'm sure it would be a great accompaniment.
Chenin.
Or Vouvray, of course.
Yes. Chenin, you find in dry, half dry, sweet, say liquoreux or moelleux,
Oui,
and sparkling,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the champagne.
exactly.
Oh.
I bet some sparkling would be nice with that too.
Maybe we can try this.
Yeah. Okay, well,
We're go for that.
yeah, that's
Okay.
wonderful. Thank you.
J'étais en train de penser à un truc.
Yeah.
Pour continuer la vidéo, vous voulez un truc un peu funny?
Oui.
Yeah, let's do something
On va
funny.
aller chez moi à la maison. J'ai une cave avec. On peut manger. Je vais descendre ça à la cave.
Yeah.
On va faire une petite vidéo. On va ouvrir une bouteille de vin.
Here we are at Damien's house. We've left the restaurant, and now we've got a big surprise for you. Summer, can you tell us what we're going to do with Damien here, where we're going?
So this is the salmon that was prepared by Damien at the restaurant, and he kindly invited us to his home. So this is so French. We're in his home, going down to his wine cellar with this beautiful salmon. What Damien, what do you have there? Some cheese?
Yes, I bring some Beaufort cheese and some French charcuterie to taste.
And the pétillant, the bubbly wine, is in my bag. I'm behind the camera.
We're going to the
So we're
cellar.
going down to the cellar. Let's go.
Allez,
So
let's go.
I'm gonna
Someone?
get the semi-dry. You're gonna
Yeah.
get the dry, right?
Okay,
I'm
let's
gonna
go.
get the pétillant.
Pétillant,
the
yes, it's a good
sparkling.
choice.
Okay,
Very
so
good choice.
these
Allez.
are so
here
many
it
beautiful
is.
bottles.
What is it, Christine?
I've got a Blanc de Chenin.
Yes,
from Vouvray.
perfect. Perfect one.
I think
yes.
this will do the job.
Yes.
Okay, and this here I've picked out is
Awesome.
a 2015
Ooh, very good year.
demi-sec, a very good year,
Yes, perfect
which is a
choice.
semi-dry Vouvray, so a Chenin Blanc.
Perfect.
And our pétillant is a brut. My
Yes.
favorite. My favorite.
Oh my god.
Very good choice, ladies.
Yay!
Here we go.
Let's go tasting.
Let's go tasting.
Cool.
Oh, that's so good.
C'est bon?
Yes.
C'est bon. Ok.
Allez,
Allez,
Alors, il
allez.
faut commencer.
on va commencer par les bulles. Par le sparkling
Pas
wine.
les boules.
Allez, c'est un
Les
2016.
bulles.
Vous ouvrez
Wow.
un Gilles Gaudron.
Donc, tu connais le producteur?
Yes, I know this guy.
Ok.
It's very, he's got very good production. He make a little bit also some bio wine, biologic
Oh,
wine,
yeah.
organic wine.
Uh-huh.
Yes, now it's very popular to make some. Attention.
Yeah, attention.
Ah.
Oh, bravo. That's a little trick.
That's perfect.
You did, and I learned this too working in the wine shop. When you open a sparkling wine, you shouldn't turn the cork.
Yes.
Yes.
You turn
The
the
bottle.
bottle,
Mm,
so
yeah.
it doesn't go flying out. Hot tip for
That's the
opening
hot tip
sparkling.
of the day.
Thank you. So it was very nice. It didn't go flying
Voilà.
and hurt anybody.
French art de vivre.
Voila.
Yes.
So you were saying you do know
let me
this
see them.
producer?
Yes, I know this producer.
Uh-huh.
Many years I go to see him and buy some wine, very good wine. I like the sweet wine of this producer. Because it's not very popular now in France, the sweet one. Mostly the people prefer the sparkling or the dry one or a little bit sweet.
Yes.
But now I think the sweet one are not really in vogue. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice,
The noise,
nice
yes.
nose. Yeah.
We see the bubbles as we learned this morning in our.
But the sweet one in Vouvray are one of the best of the
Yes.
French.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
In the Loire Valley, you have Vouvray, you have Bonzo, but Vouvray, it's very liquoreux wine,
Yes.
sweet wine, moelleux.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Right.
did.
Yeah, we
Like
talked about that
Sauterne.
this morning
Yeah.
with Kathy with
The
our
tasting room. Yeah.
tasting
Chin
room
chin, hein.
connection.
Ah,
Yeah.
chin.
Yeah, we have to
Okay.
do the chin
Chin.
chin
Chin.
chin.
Dry.
Yeah, it's nice.
Little
Very
bit apple,
smooth.
pear.
Yes.
Apple, pear, yeah.
Mm.
With and I always get with Vouvray. I always get citrusy, like a light with apricot.
Mm.
Apricot. I always catch the apricot. I don't know why. Apricot always sticks with
Apricot,
me.
mm.
Yeah.
And the fig on the sweet wine.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Fig apricot. People say it's a little bit exotic, like pineapple.
Yeah.
oh, yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's the end of the day, so
Wonderful.
we're swallowing.
I think we have to take the salmon now.
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're going to drink all the petillon and have only salmon
Should we put it here
left.
right in the middle?
Allez, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so take it, I think there's a glass for each of us.
Okay, for...
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
excited.
here, you know what? Let me just put this on the side here for now.
Oh,
So
my
okay.
daughters will be very, very jealous. They love salmon like this.
Yeah. Like this, we can have a little... Oh,
Allez,
okay, let's go.
let's go.
I love the salmon.
Here's some of these wonderful vegetables.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let me get some beetroot. Ah.
Voilà.
Okay. Oh,
There we
and
go.
some fennel. Okay, hold on. Here we
Allez,
go.
bon appétit.
Bon
Bon
appetit.
appetit. Mmm.
Mm.
Mmm.
It's crunchy with the vegetables.
Oh yeah.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Mm.
I taste the orange. I taste
Mm-hmm. You taste like all the
Everything.
flavors like nicely
bursting with
married.
flavor. Absolutely.
Mhm.
And then with
The
our-
citrus, the sesame, the salmon.
It's
Oh my gosh, here we go again.
delicious.
The crunchy, the soft, the melt in your mouth. Mmm. Oh my god, I love this.
And you
Okay, I'm gonna have
you
another
feel
one
also
before I
the
chew.
fat of the salmon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ouais.
Very rich. Right, I'm gonna go in for another one. It's so
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I love
And
it with the
the
fennel.
sparkling wine is very good.
Absolutely.
I have to say, I
Perfect with it.
love Vouvray Sparkling.
Yes.
I mean, it's light, but at the same time, often robust with the flavors.
Yeah. And it's wonderful, sparkling, and
It rarely
you pay
disappoints.
half the cost, if not more, than champagne.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's
So much more reasonable. Yeah.
price-wise, can't beat it. And the quality is amazing, superior. Mm. This is fabulous. Okay, what are you guys eating?
It's so light
Mm-hmm.
and refreshing.
Yeah, that's why I think you can, easy.
Yes.
You could make this like as even your main course
Yeah.
for summer.
For
Okay.
summertime, yes, for the main course.
For, yeah, because, you know, like us women, we're light eaters.
Something like,
Supposedly.
with a melon.
Oh
Avec du
yeah.
melon, avec un peu de melon. And fresh
Really?
tomatoes.
It's absolutely delicious. I love the
Ouais,
fennel.
but fennel, huh?
Mm.
Little crispy, and the taste is different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with the dressing that you put, if I remember, it was just the sesame oil
Sesame
and
oil,
lemon.
lemon, yes. Maybe we
Mhm.
can put a little bit of sea salt, a fleur de sel.
Yeah, and a little
flower
bit of
sel.
balsamic.
Yes, and balsamic.
Along with the zest. The
And
orange,
zest,
the
yes.
orange and lemon zest.
And lemon, yes.
You
Mhm.
can definitely taste that.
The
So
taste
good.
between the lemon zest and the juice is different.
Yeah.
Lemon, you have something different, the flavor is different. Lemon, with the juice, you have the acidity of the
Mhm.
lemon, but with the zest, you have the flavor.
Yeah,
why I like
Yeah,
to use
yeah.
the zest.
You have really,
more stronger.
it's a stronger flavor, but it's mild. It's soft on the palate, it's tender. And what I noticed too is you do not have an overpowering flavor of the onion. Everything
No.
is very balanced.
Yes. I was
Um,
surprised with the vegetables raw that it
Mhm.
would be somehow different, but it's very
no, it's
easy,
nicely
light, it's
balanced.
marinated.
I feel like we're commentating a sporting event.
I know.
And next
Eating
the
is a
red
sport
meat.
in
But you
France.
know what? Sometimes usually we make only for the raw vegetables. We make only the carrots and celery to make the famous celery remoulade with mayonnaise.
Oh
But
yeah.
you can eat many raw vegetables like the fennel, the beetroot,
Yeah.
something like yes, the onion of course. And then you change the flavor, you change the taste.
And it's
crispy
appealing to the
different,
eye
yes.
as well.
Of course,
Yeah.
3 color always in the plate,
3 colors
Yes.
always in the plate.
Always, yeah.
minimum.
Minimum, yeah.
Ah,
Every chef I
Absolutely
know has
delicious.
always said that. Yes, 3 colors.
And it goes so well with this.
Allez, on va goûter le tasting the second one. I want to tell you
Okay.
with a half dry
Yes.
one.
Oh yes, we need to save some for the half dry.
Okay.
Otherwise
to
we're gonna
cut
be-
some cheese or some.
Yeah,
chocolate
do you
cake?
want me to cut some cheese?
So is this
It's a Beaufort.
a Beaufort, which
Beaufort
is
is
so
from the Alps mountain.
Yes, the Alps. A cheese from the French Alps.
It's Beaufort. It's a small village, not too far from Courchevel, the famous place of Courchevel.
Very famous ski resort. And it's a cow's milk cheese.
Cow's milk.
Cow's milk. The
Yes.
lait de vache.
Lait de vache.
Right.
Cool milk. And if you go on the other side of Courchevel, you arrive in Megève. It's also a very
Yes.
nice place. And the cheese is Reblochon.
Oh,
yes.
I love it. Yeah.
And the famous comté
Yeah,
is not in the Alps mountain. It's the Jura
the Jura, yeah.
Jura.
mountain. Near the Switzerland.
Exactly.
Can you hear that?
Oh yes, of course.
Thank you. So this is a semi-dried,
Uh,
not sweet, not dry, in between.
Yes. You have around 15 grams of sugar by liter inside.
Okay.
And is that something that's
Completely
coming
different
out
nose.
naturally in the grape, or there's an
Ah,
addition
no,
to sugar?
no addition of sugar.
No addition.
It's natural from the sun, from the
Okay.
grape.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
And the terroir.
And
It's the terroir.
So a
It
sweet
creates-
wine is a wine that has been left to macerate longer in the sun to bring out all the sugars.
Yes, usually in Vouvray they start to harvest around middle of September, and for the sweet
Right.
wine, they finish around the end of October,
Okay.
and some years, depend the year of course, in November.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
There is different between around 4 weeks, like 6 weeks different between when they start and when they finish.
Mm-hmm.
Between the first, of course, they make the first grape is for the dry and the sparkling one, and after for the half dry wine, and they finish with the liqueur de moelleux.
Okay.
End of August, end of October.
End of October, yeah.
Voilà, ça
So
commence.
this is still Vouvray, so it's still the Chenin Blanc.
Chenin blanc.
I like this. This has a totally different nose.
Sometimes you need 4 or 5 minutes to
Mhm.
open the wine, to smell the flavor.
Like in this one, I don't get any kind of pear or apricot whatsoever.
Mm.
But I'm trying to identify it.
It's much sweeter. You'll see.
Mhm.
Ouais.
Yeah. Like a woody honey.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit mushroom. It's dry. You have acidity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep longer the wine, you have to have acidity. If you have no acidity, you cannot keep very long in the cellar, maybe 5-10 years. But you can keep Vouvray some 30, 40, 50 years. But
Yes.
if you don't have enough acidity at the beginning, you cannot keep very, very long.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And this again
For
was
example, 2018, we have a lot of sun.
Yes.
It was a very sunny year.
correct. Yeah.
But the wine was very sweet,
Yeah.
a lot of sugar, but
Mhm.
no acidity.
Okay.
It means it's a good wine, you can keep 15, 20 years. But not like the
Not
famous, yes, not the famous 47 or 59,
Yeah.
because you don't have enough acidity in the wine.
Okay.
We should try this with the
Of
cheese.
course.
So this I learned as well, working with the wine, is that we always think red wine with cheese, but not
Not
always.
always.
Not
A
always.
nice sweet white wine
Mhm.
or semi-sweet is very nice with cheese. Yes.
Yes, but for
Yes.
with the sweet wine,
Sweet wine, you need a strong cheese.
yes, the best I think it's a blue cheese,
Yeah.
like Roquefort, like a fond d'Ambert. It's traditional to eat some Roquefort or some fromage d'Ambert
Yeah.
with a sweet wine. But with the Beaufort, half dry, I think it's perfect.
This is wonderful. This has been aged. I feel
Yeah,
like
so
it's
36 months.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
I just bring it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
yes.
I feel kind of this like sandy.
Yes, you can find only the cheese if you go in the place.
Oh,
Really?
In
This
the
is-
area, yes.
yeah.
Difficult to find.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
nice.
Wow. Just another day in France,
Mm.
and
Another-
meeting friends, being
Sorry.
invited into their cave, wine
Oh,
cellar.
Sorry, I don't want to rub it in, but just another day in our life.
Yes.
This is the good fortune we have of living in France.
Yes.
Friends who are chefs,
Yes.
they know about wine, good cheese,
Yeah, come and visit us
good
here,
food.
Yes.
right?
It's very good
Yeah.
experience.
We'd love to welcome
Please
you
come
here.
visit us in the Loire.
Absolutely.
I was
Perfect
having
time.
like the cheese boys. Come visit us. But it's true. Come visit us in the Loire. Not only do you have great chefs like Damien, great places to discover the castles,
Yeah.
the markets.
Mhm.
In Blois, you have the Saturday morning market.
Yeah.
You have wonderful boutiques with regional products.
Yeah.
Plenty of farms because we're in goat cheese country. So plenty of farms where you can visit and buy locally made artisanal goat cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we are spoiled. Sorry. Yeah. I keep saying sorry, but
There are
I'm not
many
really
places-
sorry.
Yes,
Sorry,
many
not
places,
sorry.
many,
Sorry,
many
not
things
sorry.
to taste in the area here. Chambord, Venice, Castle.
Yeah,
The
the Blois
goat cheese,
Castle.
yes.
Yeah, Chambord, Chamonix.
When you are in the Solon area, in Chambord, Cheverny,
Mm-hmm.
that's really the place of the goat cheese in France.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Camembert is from Normandy, Brie is from Paris, Roquefort is from the south. But if you want to taste some good goat cheese in France,
It's
you
really
have
here.
to come here.
Yes. And the Touraine, the Salmon de
Ah.
Touraine.
Yes.
Seltzer
Yeah.
share. Mm.
Seltzer. Oh, I love the seltzer share.
and the
Ah,
crottin. The crottin is
crottin.
another favorite of mine as well.
And Valençay,
Yeah.
the famous castle of Valençay.
Yes,
the
beautiful.
pyramid in a pyramid.
Pyramid, but
Yeah.
no top on the
No
pyramid
top on
because
Yep.
Napoleon was a little bit disappointed from Egypt.
Ah,
He cut the
he cut
top
off the
of the
cheese.
cheese.
The cheese. Fantastic.
That was awesome, yeah.
I love that
Well,
cheese.
what you prefer, the sparkling?
I
Or
actually
the
like them both.
I love them
house sweet
both.
wine?
I know, I really like them
thank
both.
you.
And I really love the salmon.
Wow, I would just be down here all the time.
I know. Oh my god. I would never get any work done.
I know.
You know what? When it's on summertime, when it's very hot outside,
Mhm.
and you come in the cellar, it's around 19-20 degrees maximum, and outside it's 30-35. I think it's the best place.
Oh, it's the coolest
Yeah.
place.
Ah,
to
yes,
find.
maximum 20 degrees in summer. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh.
do you do a lot of apéros down here?
Sorry,
A lot of
Apéro.
apéro?
Perro, what do you mean?
Apéro.
Apéro. Yes.
Apéro in French is short for apéritif, which is cocktail hour.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a nice place. But you bring the glass, you bring the charcuterie and the cheese, and a
Mhm.
little bit of bread, of course, and you can stay 1 or 2 hours here.
Oh,
But
easy.
you know what? The most difficult is to go back on the top.
Oh.
Wow, it's a really nice secret hideaway.
I know, this is such a treat. A real treat. Thank you.
Bon, on l'a mis dans la box. C'est pas mal.
Ouais,
Yeah,
c'était
Ah, c'est
right?
Ouais, c'est
Super.
super.
Thank you.
Vous allez faire quasiment tout.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Damien. Thank you
You're
so
welcome,
much
ladies.
for
You're
everything.
It's
welcome.
so
Love it.
special to be invited into your home and to share, break bread with you. And
Literally.
thank
Oh,
you for
let's-
opening these bottles
oh,
from your
let's break
personal
the bread.
cellar. And such a nice treat. So, another episode of French Dish.
Yes, thanks for joining us
And
at
thank-
French Dish.
Yes, thank you.
and-
A bientôt.
Yes, and of course, when you're able to come to the Loire, discover all these great places.
Come eat with Damien.
And
Thank you
thanks-
very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for joining us
Merci.
today.
Bye bye.
Bye. Au revoir. À bientôt.
À bientôt.
Awesome.
That's great, yeah.
Alors, est-ce que tu manges la croûte ou pas?
Non, sur le fromage là, non. Tu peux
Not
manger
on
sur
hard
le
cheese typically.
camembert. Ce qu'on
Ah.
appelle la croûte fleurie, tu peux manger.
Ah.
Le camembert, le brie, tu peux manger. Le chèvre, oui. Mais
Ouais.
après, non, sur les
C'est
pâtes.
plutôt, oui,
Non,
pour
c'est trop dur,
les
hein.
fromages durs.
Ouais.
Ah.
That's a wrap. Thanks for joining us on today's episode of French Dish with Summer and Christy.